Well, now on the decision by Vladimir Putin to name his long-standing aide, Dmitry Medvedev, as the man he wants to succeed him as president of Russia. I'm joined now from Washington by Andrei Piontkovsky, who's a visiting fellow at the Hudson Institute. Welcome to BBC News. Not ex-military or KGB, but a lawyer and a businessman. How significant are those credentials?
Well, first of all, I would say that most significant about today's event that it becomes absolutely clear that Putin is definitely leaving the post of president, because most of the experts expected other name, the current Prime Minister, Mr. Zubkov. And Zubkov nomination would mean that Putin opted for a slightly disguised third-term scenario. Zubkov would serve as a president for several months and then resign on the reason of health. Medvedev is 40 years old gentleman, and it would be preposterous for him to resign before the end of his term. So I think it's very positive news, and you noted justly that Medvedev doesn't belong to a KGB milieu. And people are even expected something like Medvedev Thaw or Medvedev Perestroika.
He is considered to be a liberal, as you allude to there. Will he be welcomed then by the West? After all, President Putin has had a somewhat scratchy relationship, certainly with the United States in recent times.
Well, I think on the level of rhetoric, I would describe Putin's attitude to the West and the United States lately as almost hysterical. And I think that the new president, especially president with liberal credentials, will soft its attitude would be very beneficial for Russian political and security interest.
How much real power and independence would Medvedev have, particularly if Putin's still hanging around as Prime Minister?
Well, I'm not sure that Putin will become Prime Minister. It's one of the ideas we raised, but it's not a job for Putin to go to Medvedev with weak reports about costs of events in economy. But certainly you mentioned that Putin has been a boss of Medvedev for the latest 15 years, so Medvedev is very loyal, very dependent figure, but it can't last for long. You know, there can be no two tsars in Russia.
That's the last thing Russia would want, I'm sure. Andrei Piontkovsky, thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure.